Now that we have some articles in Joomla and we've started displaying a few things on the front page of the website, it's time to show you a few more advanced tricks for formatting your articles so that they look a little bit more like articles than what we have currently here on the home page. So I'm going to jump over to the back end of Joomla, and I'm going to start by going to my article manager. And I'm going to take a quick peek inside of an existing article. The little editing box that we've been working in here to this point is called TinyMCE. It's a little program that runs inside of Joomla, and it gives us the buttons here so that we can quickly and easily enter and format articles. But it's lacking in one very important feature, and that is it's very common for people to write their content in Microsoft Word or a similar program and then just want to copy what they've written in Word and then paste it directly into Joomla. And that's not an unreasonable request. Unfortunately, when you try to do that, and this is not unique to Joomla, by the way, it happens with WordPress and several other applications. When you copy your content from Word and you paste it into your content management system like Joomla, you may wind up with a lot of extra formatting and extra code and odd-looking articles. So what we try to do is offer a Paste from Word button, which allows you to paste into this box that will then clean out all of that extra word formatting that can carry over into your Joomla website. So as our first task, let's go and soup up TinyMCE so that we have that Paste from Word button. So I'm going to go ahead and close this article, and I'm going to go to Extensions, Plugin Manager. And in the Plugin Manager, I'm going to go to TinyMCE. These are all these plugins are a series of little programs that run somewhere inside of Joomla, usually fairly seamlessly to people like you and me who are building websites. So I'm going to go into the TinyMCE editor, and I'm going to make one little change here over on the right side of the screen where it has our functionality changed from advanced to extended, and click the Save button. Now when I go back to my article manager, Content Article Manager, and I make a new article by clicking the plus sign here for new, you can see that I have a whole bunch more buttons available to me for putting articles into my web page. And to make this work ideally, I'm going to just make a test article to show you how this works. And I'm going to assign it just a section of uncategorized because I'm going to delete this pretty much as soon as I create it. On the DVD, you'll find a quick little file here that has some text in it, just a sample Microsoft Word document. You, of course, can create your own. I'm going to go ahead and select the text just by clicking and dragging to highlight it all, and then I'm going to say Edit, Copy. And then I'm going to go back to Joomla, and I'm going to click the Paste from Word button right here. This will just give me a little box, and it tells me to use Control plus V on the keyboard to paste text into the window. If you're on a Mac, you can use Command and V. So I'll go ahead and put that on in and say Insert. And then that is all you need to do, and that is the method for pasting content from Microsoft Word directly into your articles. At that point, you can go ahead and hit the Save button, and you can create a whole bunch of articles really quickly by copying and pasting from Word this way. The next thing I want to show you is how we can make links to websites. And there's two kinds of links that we need to make in the Fictitious Elementary School website. We need to link to other pages on the website, and we also need to link to external websites. So I'm going to start by going to my About Fictitious Elementary School article. And in this article, we talk about what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight the words, learn more about enrolling your children in kindergarten. And I want to turn these into a link. So click and drag to highlight the words that you'd like to become a link. That's step one. Step two is to find the page to which you wish to link. So I'm going to go to the front end of the website and find my article here on enrolling in kindergarten and click the Read More link. And up here at the very top of your web browser, you'll notice this bar that goes across that shows you the address for the page that you're on. And you should be able to click it and highlight the whole thing like this and then say Edit, Copy. So now you have copied the location of this particular page. That's step 2. So we've highlighted text, we've copied our URL, and now what I need to do is click on my link icon right here inside of TinyMCE, and this button will insert a link, and then it's going to ask me what the URL is, or the website address, for that particular link. I'm going to click Control or Command V to paste in that address, and I'm going to say Insert. And you'll notice that my words turn blue here, and when I roll my mouse over them, there's an underline that appears, but they're not actually clickable. And that's because we're still here in the editing window. What I could do is I could display this article on the home page temporarily using my front page toggle switch here. And when I say save, and when I go to the home page here on my website, I'll see my article here for About Fictitious Elementary School. And when I click on the link here that says Learn More About Enrolling Your Children in Kindergarten, that should take me to my Enrolling in Kindergarten link. Always important to check for these kinds of links on your website and make sure what you've built actually works. Okay, now that we have our Enrolling in Kindergarten link in place, the next thing I want to do is I would like to add another link. And inside the text here, it talks about our town. And I'm going to open up a new tab here in my web browser, and I'm going to go to www.ci.keene.nh.us. This is the homepage for the city of Keene, my hometown, and you can certainly go to the website for your hometown. I'm going to go ahead and use this website link in my article, so I'm going to go ahead and copy my link by clicking on it to highlight it and then say Edit, Copy. And I'm going to go back to my back end of Joomla and go back into my About Fictitious Elementary School article. I'm going to highlight the words Our Town right here at the top of the article. Once again, I'm going to click that link icon, and for the URL, I'm going to hit Control or Command V to paste in that link. Now, this is going to open up a separate website, not the same website that I've been working on, but a brand new website. And what I would like that to do is to open in a new window or a new tab when they leave my site to go somewhere else. So I'm going to change my target here to Open in a New Window, or underscore blank. And I'm going to say Insert, and I'm going to save that again. Now when I go back to the front end of the website and I refresh the page, you'll see that the words Our Town in the About Fictitious Elementary School article are turned into a link, and when I click them, the City of Keene homepage opens up in a new tab. Now, one of the things that is true about enrolling in kindergarten is that it starts in June every year, and it stops in sort of the first week of September. And so what I need to do is, I would like to have the enrolling in kindergarten article only show up in June. It just shows up on the website, and then by the first week of September, it goes away again. To make this happen, fortunately, Joomla has a way of time and date stamping their articles, and I'm going to show that to you now. In my Enrolling in Kindergarten article, if I click the link for that to edit it, over on the right side of the screen, we have these parameters that are available to us. And two of the parameters down here at the bottom are a start publishing and a finish publishing date. By default, the start publishing date is the same date and time as when you create the article. So it's assumed that as soon as you make a new article, you want to show it on the website. It'll start publishing. But if you have a need to start publishing at a later point in time, you can change that. So I'm going to set my start publishing date by clicking on this little colorful icon to the right of the box here. That's a calendar. And I'm going to click forward to June. And I'm going to say, let's start publishing that on June 6th. And I want it to stop publishing in September. So let's take a look at the September calendar. 5th is probably Labor Day, so let's say it stops on September 6th. Go ahead and say save. And one of the things you'll notice is that in the published column, you have a different sort of icon. And if you roll your mouse over it, it gives you the information about when it's set to start and finish publishing. It's a little orange icon with an exclamation point, and you'll notice that down at the bottom that it says that the article is published, but it's pending. So in other words, it's not ready to actually show up on the website. And that is reflected in the front end of the website. If I refresh my home page, the enrolling in kindergarten article now goes away. You don't see it anywhere. That's because it won't show up until June, and I'm making this recording in February. Finally, you probably would like to get rid of some of these things like these author names and the dates here in these articles. So let me show you how to do that. If you go back again to the back end of Joomla and you're in your article manager, I'm going to go to the parameters button up here on the top right of the page. And the article parameters were going to give me a wide variety of things that I can show and hide that are associated with these articles. You can't hurt anything. If you're wondering what something is, go ahead and turn it on and take a look at the front end of Joomla again and see what changed. But in general, I set mine up as follows. The first part here I leave alone. The second part I leave alone. The third part, where we start to talk about the author name and the created and modified dates and times, I'm going to hide all of that. Although I do want to show the read more link. These icons down here refer to the icons you see on the front end of the website. These three little icons here on the end. And when you click on these, here's what you get. If I click on this email icon, I can send this link to a friend by entering my email address and their email address as well as the subject. If I click on the little printer icon, I get a printer-friendly version of the page without all of the pictures and advertising and whatever. I can just print this window out directly, save paper. And the article that looks like a PDF icon, that is in fact a PDF icon. I'm not going to click it right now, but it would turn that specific article into a PDF. I generally find that icon to be rather useless, the PDF one, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that off by hiding it. In general, if you take the icons option here and set it to hide, you can have text showing on the page instead of the pictures. So it will have the word print or the word email instead of the pictures for print or email. All right, now that I've got that all set, I'm going to go ahead and say save. And when I refresh the front end of the website, my PDF icons are gone, as you see here, but so is the created date and time and the author, as well as when the article was last modified. So that really cleaned up the look of this home page. Go ahead and take a look at the Try It section of this chapter in the book and try out some of the things that I've showed you here in the video, including pasting in content from Word, creating some links around the website, maybe to outside websites and into other articles on this website. Maybe you might try changing created and finished publishing dates for an article, or go ahead and set up some article parameters for your website.